questions on them? Should we just practice? Does anybody have anything they want to add? Let's do it. Let's come to a comfortable seat. So if you're already there, perfect. If you want to make some adjustments, feel free. So maybe you take a moment and just kind of move through your physical body. Maybe you stretch your arms up, maybe you twist, maybe you roll out your neck. Yeah, maybe a big breath. And then eventually you just find your way into your seated meditation. So sitting up nice and tall, feel the length in your spine from the base all the way up to the crown of your head. With your eyes closed, just take a little inventory, do a little scan of your body. So notice how you feel, how you are. Notice physical sensations that are present. So it could be as simple and as obvious as just feeling your sit bones, butt on the ground. Feeling the ground underneath you and the sensation, the stability, the air on your skin, the temperature. And maybe there are some physical sensations inside. Notice how your back feels. Notice how your shoulders feel. Any areas of tightness or discomfort. And then also notice what's present for you emotionally and energetically today. So start to feel into the energy that you carry inside as you go about your day. Without judgment, just observation. So is your energy really heavy or is it really light? Would you describe it as up or down, activated or more subtle? Maybe there's a color that flows through you. If you're a visual person, what color comes to mind? So this is all just meditation. We're just getting curious about what is happening right now. We're getting curious about our inner world. Start to notice the rise and fall of your breath within your body. Next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. So very intentionally, all the way to the very top of the breath. When you think you're full, so you can sip in a little bit more. Big open mouth sigh. Very nice. Do that a couple more times. Inhale, fill up. Take that moment of pause and fullness. Maybe sip in a little more. Maybe find Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor lock. When you're ready, open mouth sigh. Let it go. Breathe it out. Biggest inhale you've taken all day. Maybe biggest inhale after your long weekend. Feel this breath, wake up every single space inside, and then big sigh, soften, relax, let it go. Very nice, you guys. Seal your lips and start to cultivate Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. See if you can start to not only feel your breath, but also hear your breath. So inhale is like you're taking a really slow, deep gasp. Exhale is like you're fogging up a window with your lips sealed over your breath. So see if you can hear it as it moves through. As you are ready to move, no rush. Keep this breath flowing. Keep your awareness of it. Come forward to your hands and your knees and start to move in any way that feels good in your body. So maybe that's cat-cow undulations. Maybe that's circles with your hips. Maybe that's just sitting back into a child's pose and resting there, breathing there. So absolutely anywhere you want to go. You want to sit back into a kneeling position and take your arms up, stretch side to side, go for it. Invitation to keep your eyes closed and go in. So let go of how you look. Let go of how anybody else in this space looks. Focus on your felt senses, your felt experience. So if you actually put your awareness in your spinal column, what's there? What do you notice? Where do you feel lots of mobility? And then where might you feel a little bit of tightness or stiffness? What gets stuck? Explore that too. Bring awareness into your fingers. Press into the pads of your fingertips. Maybe you want to spin your fingers out to one side or even spin them back toward your knees and just find a gentle rock forward and back, side to side, around in little circles. Yeah, really good. Thanks, Lisa. And then as you are ready, let's say next 3, 4, 5 breaths, somewhere in there, downward facing dog. So you can start transitioning back in your own time and even in your own way. If you want to move through a vinyasa, if you want to hover your knees in tabletop and then slowly take your hips up and back. Lots of ways to transition as well. Good. And then once you're back in your down dog, friends, keep your exploration going. So maybe you want to pedal out your heels, shift your weight from side to side, walk out your dog. Maybe it feels nice to lift one leg up and stretch long than the other. You can come forward to a plank position, press back to down dog a couple times. So anywhere you'd like to go to explore your down dog in this moment. Any little adjustments you want to make. And then over and over again, just feel your breath. See if you can feel those big, spacious inhalations, creating a sense of lift and lightness from the inside. Those long, strong exhalations that connect you to your center. So at the end of every exhale, feel your belly button pull in and up towards your spine and see if you can feel that lift that comes from your center, like there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button and it's pulling up, tugging back. Yeah, very good. Take one more huge inhalation. Maybe lift your hips a little higher, push the ground away. As you exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat, however you want to get there, forward fold. So feet to the top of your space, and then be here for a moment. Maybe take a ragdoll pose, grab opposite elbows, or perhaps even hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers at the base of your skull and give the back of your neck some traction. Little or big bend in your knees and weight just slightly forward in your feet. So try not to rock back into your heels, but instead weight in the pads of your toes, balls of your feet, and then lift your sit bones up by engaging your core. You're like a rag doll hanging from an invisible rope attached to your belly button. So feel into that, embody that, let yourself sway, bob, let your head be very heavy. Take a couple more rounds. Big, spacious breaths. Nice job, you guys. And then with your next inhalation, halfway lift position. So stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward, back of your neck really long. Exhale, let it go, fold in, bow. Again, just like that, halfway lift. So crown reaches forward, tops of thighs press back, sit bones broaden. Exhale, fold, release. This time, come through your halfway lift and keep rising all the way up, arms to the sky. Big inhale, try to touch the ceiling at the top of your in-breath. Exhale, hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. with your breath. High mountain. Breathe in and stretch. Exhale, swan dive down. So try to take the entire length of your exhale to dive and then release. Neck relaxes. Halfway lift as you breathe in. So feel into the length from the top of your head all the way back to your sit bones. Exhale, bow, fold, empty out, navel to spine connection. Press into your feet, lead with your heart, rise. Inhale, stretch tall. Hands to your heart center. Exhale, one more round like that. How much awareness can you bring into this simple movement? Inhale, reach. Stay present for your transition. Exhale, swan dive down. So really stick your butt out, heart forward, then let it go. Beautiful, nice, Christine. Halfway lift, inhale. So big, deep breaths. Exhale, fold and bow all the way to emptiness. Press into your feet, lead with your heart, take it up. Inhale, stretch tall. Hold at the top of your in-breath, try to touch the ceiling. Hands to heart, exhale. So do not rush. Inhale, arms to the sky. Pause here. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Pull your upper body over to the right. Send your hips to the left. More weight in your left foot. Press into the inner edge of your left foot especially. Maybe right toes reach out to the right. Maybe your foot hovers above the ground for a balance challenge. Pull your left shoulder back and down. So plug it into the socket. Good. And then gently tug with your right arm. Take one more breath. Think of a crescent moon shape with your body. So your hips over to the left. As you inhale, come back to center. Set both feet on the ground. Switch your grip. Other side. Exhale. So hips go right, upper body goes left. Pull your right shoulder back and down. Maybe left tiptoes out to the left. Good. So right shoulder stays plugged in, and then gently tug with your left arm on your right wrist. Breathe into your right waistline, rib cage. Yeah, feel into that crescent moon shape. See if you can create more space. Take one more round. Big, deep breath. Nice, Cam. As you inhale, back to center. You can release your grip. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. This is a little bit funky, so listen carefully. Bend your elbows a lot to begin with and press your palms together. Now, I want you to try to squeeze your elbows towards each other. Now, I want you to imagine that you throw your hands in the dryer and start to circle them around really fast as you can. Circle, 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 circle. And then opposite direction, circle, 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 circle. Keep your shoulders back and down. You should feel heat building in your shoulders. Now let that go and reach your hands back. So open up through the front of your shoulders. If you can keep your palms pressing, awesome. If you need to let that go, that's okay. Maybe add a little baby back bend. So open through the front of your heart. One more big inhale. Keep your clasp, hinge at your hips, exhale, slow dive down. Relax your neck, let your head hang and stretch. So see if you can lift your knuckles up, see if you can lift your sit bones up. Neck is soft, face is soft, breathe. Knuckles towards the sky, possibly even towards the front of the room. Take one more inhale. Nice job, you guys. Exhale, hands to your low back. Release your clasp. Let your arms hang down. And give them a little shake out or shake your head. Yes, no, maybe so. Inhale, halfway lift position, lengthen. Exhale, fold. This time plant your hands. Step back to plank pose. So top of a push-up. Take a moment to really find your strength. So spread your fingers wide, push the ground away, breathe into your back body. See if you can squeeze through the fronts of your thighs and start to take little baby rocks forward and back. So just an inch or so of movement. Nice, Sandra. Keep pressing down through your fingertips. Keep drawing up, belly button towards your spine, back of your neck long, gaze down. Take one more inhale, find that little rock forward, you're on your tippy toes. Knees can come down to modify. Exhale, lower halfway. Strong arms, strong belly. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Do that again, halfway down. Exhale, strong arms, strong belly, strong legs. Inhale, push up. Slow as you can go, all the way down to your belly. Use your breath. Beautiful, friends. Back bend of your choice. So if you want to take Spider-Man Cobra, you know that's my fave. Maybe up dog, Sphinx, baby cobra. Give yourself a couple of rounds. Feel into it. Downward facing dog as you're ready. Transition with intention and awareness. Big, deep breaths. Very nice. Nice, Laura. So back in your dog pose, about 5 rounds. Feel free to explore, to move. Feel free to be still. Maybe you make those little micro adjustments from the inside. So I probably don't see them, but you feel them. What does it feel like if you press really firmly into your thumbs and index fingers? What does it feel like if you externally rotate your shoulders out away from your ears? What does it feel like if you bend your knees a lot and lift your hips higher, press them back further? What does it feel like if you start to straighten your legs and press your heels down? So getting curious, staying curious all the time. Even if you've been in this pose thousands of times in your life, approach it as if it's the first time you've ever been here. What do you feel? What do you notice? How can you adjust to be more efficient? Take one more inhale. Beautiful poses, friends. Exhale, gaze forward, step or float, top of your space, forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale. And exhale, bow nicely, let it go. Press into your feet, lead with your heart all the way up. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, inhale, take your arms to the sky. And then this time as you exhale, chair plane. So bend your knees, swing your arms back behind you. We are not rounding and looking at the ground. We're keeping our heart lifted. Back muscles squeeze around your spine. Shoulder blades hug around your spine. Imagine there's a little pencil in between your shoulder blades. You're trying to squeeze that pencil. Yeah, now sit a little lower in your legs. So weight in your heels, pick up your toes, spread them apart. Take one more breath here. Awesome job. Next, inhale, high mountain. So rise up, reach up, maybe even pick up your heels. So on your tiptoes if you want, stay on your tiptoes for a huge balance challenge. Slow swan dive down. With your heels on the ground, halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen out. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat, vinyasa, however you would like, or you can skip it if you'd rather. Nice, Laura, good. Back to downward facing dog. Beautiful, Ujjayi breath. All right, from your dog pose, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. So pause here for a moment. If possible, hips are square. So inner thighs face each other. I don't care about height, but I do care about the power in your right leg. So if it's hanging there and it feels like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds, can you make it stronger? Can you engage all the muscles? Squeeze. So press up with your right foot, press forward and down through your hands, and then lift from your belly button. Breathe. So how much awareness can you bring into this posture? That's what this practice is all about. Not doing crazy poses, but bringing awareness into the most basic postures. One more inhale, breathe into it. Feel into it. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, round your spine. Stay here as you inhale, lift your waistline. So push the ground away and then exhale, step forward, low lunge. When you are ready, crescent lunge. So if you want to take a couple breaths to get there, that's fine with me. Eventually, front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. And then rise up, settle in. No hurry. Good. Once you're there, just feel your pose. Feel your breath. Feel your front hip pulling back, back hip pulling forward. So hugging towards midline. Navel to spine connection to protect your low back. So as you draw your belly button in and up, you should feel your low back get a little longer, your heart lift a little higher. Nice, Mariah. Soft face, soft jaw, soft forehead, maybe a little gaze up. Take one more inhale, reach. As you exhale, let's bring our arms behind us, hinge forward. So just like we did in our chair plane a moment ago, same thing. You're not rounding your spine. There's a little baby cobra in your heart. Squeeze that invisible pencil in between your shoulder blades. Feel your back muscles really firing. You can absolutely stay here or float your back foot off the ground, full airplane pose. So balancing on your right foot, imagine a smiley face shape from the top of your head back to your heel or back to your toes. Beautiful. If it's helpful, keep a bend in your standing leg. Take one more breath, your fullest expression in this moment. Nice job, friends. End of your exhale, back to crescent, soft landing if possible, arms reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Now listen, horizon lunge. So right arm reaches forward, up, spin all 10 toes to face the right side of the room and reach your right hand back. You can let your hips sink down. You'll feel a nice stretch in your left side, your outer left hip, your left side body. Or if you want, you can lift your hips up, kind of like a side plank variation, and then lower them down. You can take that action a few times as you lift your hips. You might reach forward as you lower them down, reach back. So feeling into this pose in your body. Yeah, you guys all got it. Nice work. You can make it a little more stretchy, or you can make it a little more strong. Go for the strength work here. Make sure your breath is right there with you. Couple more rounds. All 10 toes should face towards the right side of the room. Take one last breath. Next time you inhale, reach your right arm up, lift your hips. As you exhale, spin your toes to face forward. Bring your hands to frame your front foot. Standing split. So right foot roots. Take your left leg to the sky. Think of this as just a one-legged forward fold. So again, I don't care about height. Go for length, strength, power in your left leg. If you want to play handstand hops, maybe right arm behind right leg. Breath is right there with you. Your pose, your expression today. Nice work. If you're holding, soften your face, relax your neck. Take one more inhale, everyone. As you exhale, Shiva squat, tuck your left knee into the back of your right knee. Get small, nose towards your knees. Inhale, re-extend, left leg high. As you exhale, step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. Set yourself up for a warrior two. So back heel pivots down, back foot parallel to the back edge. Cartwheel your arms up. Take a moment to settle in. So right toes face directly forward, left toes face directly to the left. Beautiful. Wrap your right butt cheek underneath your body. Press into the outer edge of both feet. Nice postures. Next, inhale, reverse your warrior. Front palm rotates up. Reach up, try to touch the sky. Reach back. Don't forget about the bend in your front knee. And then imagine you're trying to lift your right rib cage up away from your right hip. Breathe into that space. Little tone in your belly to protect your low back. Soft through your face. If you want, you might take your left hand up, grab hold of your right wrist, give it a gentle tug. So just an option if you want to take it. Take about 2 more. Good. Take one last exhalation and then come back to your warrior two. So end of your exhale, just readjust, right arm forward, left arm back. Go ahead and straighten your front leg and then parallel your feet. So all 10 toes are now facing towards the windows. Arms to the sky, breathe in, press down through your feet, reach through your fingertips. Exhale, stick your butt out behind you, reach your heart forward, swan dive down, wide-legged forward fold. Anywhere you would like to go here. So feel free to just breathe, just hold, feel the movement of your breath inside, or get a little creative, get a little curious, get a little playful. Whatever your body is calling for, wherever you want to go, make sure your breath comes with you. Nice. Good, you guys. Your practice, your exploration. Awesome, Charles. If you're working somewhere, a couple more rounds to wrap it up. Next time you inhale, come to a halfway lift position with your fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees as much as needed. Exhale, walk your hands to the top of your yoga mat. Rotate your toes to face forward. Now listen, three-legged down dog, right leg to the sky. So take it up and back. Exhale, you can go straight into your down dog or rock forward, three-legged plank, regular plank, or choose to modify chaturanga, lower down. Lift your heart with your inhale. Give yourself an extra breath or two if you want. Downward facing dog when you're ready. Big deep breath. Ujjayi, slow, steady, spacious. Notice right side versus left side. Next inhale, take your left leg to the sky. So hips square, inner thighs face each other. Nice, Lara. Press through your hands, forward and down. Press through your left foot, up and back. So as much length as you can create from your fingertips up to your heel or your toes. Again, I don't care about height, but go for length, go for strength, go for the power you feel running all the way up into your left toes. Breathe into it and then soften around it. Take one more big in-breath, straighten your left leg. Make it powerful. Exhale, bend your left knee to your nose, curl in, round your spine. Stay here as you breathe in, push the ground away, shoulders are over wrists, you're on your back tippy toes. Exhale, step through low lunge. As you're ready, crescent lunge, no rush. So take a moment if you would like. Move your legs around and then rise as you're ready. Front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot, awesomely. Feel that connection to center, to midline. So that's always where we find stability. So anytime you feel like you're shaking, where is midline? Find it. Front hip pulls back hip pulls forward. That's your stability. That's your strong foundation. And then create your expression in your upper body. Lift your heart. Reach through your fingertips. Feel the energy moving out of your fingertips. So when I say feel the energy inside your body, there's a difference when your fingers are just kind of soft and limp or when they're really energized and powerful. That's the difference of energy in the body. One more big inhale. Feel it. Exhale, hinge forward, reach back. So airplane lunge to begin. Your heart stays open. Your back muscles are strong. Yeah, hug your inner thighs towards one another. When you're ready, front foot really roots down, back foot floats up, full airplane. So think of that smiley face shape from the top of your head back to your toes or back to your heel. Create that shape with your body. Nice, Mariah. Bend your standing leg if it's helpful. Keep the back of your neck long, soft through your face. One last round. Good. Soft landing if you can. Back to crescent, arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth. Horizon lunge. So left arm reaches forward, up. and then all the way back as you turn your toes to face towards the left. Let your hips come down, and you'll get that nice stretch through your outer right hip, through your right side body. If you want a little more strength work, maybe you lift your hips, more of a side plank. Maybe you lift and lower a few times, go back and forth between those two movements. So your pose, feel around, breathe into it. If there's something that doesn't feel right, is there a way you can adjust so that this works better in your body today? Yeah. Let your left toes rotate out to the left there, Cam. Yeah. All right, friends, last couple breaths. Awesome. Next inhalation, everybody reach your left arm up and then all the way forward and down as you exhale. Spin your toes to face forward again, right leg to the sky, standing splits. So one-legged forward fold. Don't psych yourself out with the name. It doesn't have to look like the splits at all. I do not care about height. I do care about length and strength in your left leg. So move the energy all the way up into your left toes and feel the energy in your toes. See if you can spread them, point them, make them feel active and alive. Hop if you want, play if you want. Yeah, very good, you guys. Love it. Nice, Christine. Soft face. If you're holding the pose, your neck is relaxed. Take one last inhale. Maybe float your right leg just a tiny bit higher. Maybe spread your toes just a tiny bit more. Exhale, Shiva squat. So right knee to the back of your left knee. Curl in, get small. Both knees bend, nose towards your knees. Inhale, re-extend, right leg up. And then as you exhale, step your right foot to the very back of your yoga mat. Warrior two stance. So back foot parallel to the back of your mat. Cartwheel your arms up. Settle in Virabhadrasana 2. Very nice. Left toes forward, right toes out to the right. Front heel either intersects your back arch or lines up with your back toes. Nice, Sandra. Wrap your left butt cheek underneath your body and track your left knee open towards your pinky toe. Don't let it fall in towards your big. Next time you breathe in, reverse warrior. So front palm rotates up, reach up, lengthen, reach back. Keep that deep bend in your front knee and keep tracking your knee open towards your pinky toe. Don't let it fall inwards. Lift your left rib cage up away from your left hip. Breathe into that space. Tone your belly. So navel to spine connection to support your low back. One more big inhale, reach. Stay for your exhale and see if you can soften around all that space you created. End of your exhale, come back to a warrior two. Straighten out your front leg, parallel your feet. So turn all of your toes to face the right wall. Arms to the sky, breathe in. And then just for this one, exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades hug your spine. Start to reach your hands back, maybe even little baby back bend. So heart up, knuckles down. Press your hips very gently forward, but keep hugging your inner thighs in like you're holding a huge yoga block. Keep a little tone in your lowest, deepest abdominals. One more in-breath, fill up. Keep your clasp as you exhale. Hinge at your hips, stick your butt out, reach your heart forward all the way down. Relax your neck. Let your head be heavy, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky, knuckles towards the sky. We'll be here for about 5 rounds. You can hold your clasp for all of those 5 breaths, or at any time you can let it go and just explore on your own. Slow, steady, spacious, wherever you want to go, wherever you want to take it. Nice job, friends. Last couple of rounds. Next time you breathe in, come back to a halfway lift position, fingertips down. So bend your knees if needed, walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, low lunge. From your low lunge, three-legged down dog, left leg back and up. Breathe in here and then exhale straight to down dog or come forward, your variation of plank to chaturanga. Heart lifts with your inhale and hips lift, exhale. So give yourself just a moment to breathe in your down dog, to reconnect to your Ujjayi. If you're really feeling a child's pose, you want to grab one here, perfectly fine with me. We'll move through that entire sequence, one breath, one movement. It doesn't mean we speed through without thinking. It doesn't mean we speed through with momentum. It means we move slowly and intentionally with our slow, deep breaths. If at any time you want to take a break or you want to do your own thing, always, that is an option. So honor where you are at, give your body what it needs. Make sure you can always breathe freely and fluidly. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog. Take one more huge inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your space, step or float, forward fold. Once you've arrived, lift halfway, feel into the length from the top of your head back to your sit bones. Exhale, bow all the way to empty with your breath, navel to spine connection, rise up, inhale, stretch your arms up, maybe gaze up, hands to heart, exhale, here we go, inhale, high mountain, reach up. Your choice, chair plane or drinking bird, so bend your knees, swing your arms back, maybe float to your tiptoes, heels high. Maybe keep your heels high as you reach up, high mountain, so as tall as you can grow. Maybe heels stay lifted as you dive down slowly, follow your breath. Good. Nice, Lisa. Halfway lift as you inhale, heels down. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Heart lifts with your in-breath. Keep your shoulders back and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Stretch it out. Exhale, use your core. Step your right foot forward softly, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, crescent, strong through your legs. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Yogi's choice, exhale, airplane lunge or fly. So option to float your back foot up if you would like. Back to crescent with your in-breath, soft landing if possible, arms to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground, low lunge. Inhale, reach your right arm forward, up. And then as you exhale, reach back and lower your hips towards the ground. Inhale, lift your hips, reach up. Lift, lift, exhale, low lunge, all 10 toes face forward. Inhale, standing splits, left leg floats high. Exhale, Shiva squat. Tuck your left knee into the back of your right. Re-extend your left leg with your in-breath. Option to take a hop if you want. Exhale, step back. Listen, reverse warrior. So take it all the way up and back as you breathe in. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down, stick your butt out, reach your heart forward all the way down. Halfway lift as you inhale, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, walk your fingertips forward, rotate your toes forward, low lunge. Three-legged down dog with your inhale. Exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward, your variation, plank to chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hips lift. Ha. Left leg to the sky. Breathe in, stretch, lengthen. Now use your core as soft as you can. Step your left foot through, low lunge. Rise up with your inhale, strong legs connected to your center. Lift your heart. Exhale, you choose airplane lunge or full airplane. Back foot floats, awesomely. Good, nice, Charles. Back to your crescent lunge, soft landing if possible. Breathe in, reach high. Exhale, hands to the earth. This is a slow movement. Inhale, reach forward, reach up, turn your toes to the left. And as you exhale, reach back, let your hips move towards the ground. Inhale, lift your hips, reach up again. And as you exhale, hands frame your front foot, all 10 toes face forward. Inhale your right leg to the sky, standing splits. Exhale, Shiva squat, right knee tucks into the back of left, small, yeah. Inhale, right leg high, you can take a hop if you want. And exhale, step back, set up your warrior two legs with your inhale, reverse warrior. So all the way up, all the way back. Yeah, bend deeply into your front knee, reach. And then exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down. So lengthen, then release. Halfway lift, fingertips down. Breathe in. Exhale, walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged down dog, left leg to the sky. Straight to down dog or exhale, rock forward, your variation, chaturanga. Lift your heart, beautiful, nice paw. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Take just a moment, reconnect to your breath. Maybe a couple open mouth sighs. One more time through. Listen for just a few little changes, a few little additions. Take what works, leave the rest behind. If you're coming with me, great big inhale into your dog pose. Exhale, gaze forward, step or float, top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift position as you inhale. Exhale, bow as deeply as you can, all the way to empty, navel to spine, root through your feet, reverse swan dive. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, listen here, friends. Inhale, reach up, grab your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale, side body stretch to the right, hips go left. You can make it your own if you'd like. Back through center, inhale. Other side with your exhalation, think up and over, that crescent moon shape. Back to center, inhale. Now listen, baby, back bend, khaki shirt, arms. Lift your heart, bottom tips of shoulder blades, squeeze. Arms to the sky, breathe in, neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So float to your tiptoes if you'd like. Stay on your tiptoes if you want. High mountain, all the way up as tall as you can grow. Last time, maybe dive down, keeping your heels lifted. So everyone swan dive down, forward fold. Beautiful work. Halfway lift, inhale, spine long, back of your neck long. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Keep that exhale going as you lower. Heart lifts with your inhalation, shoulders back and down, elbow tips point back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now listen carefully. Inhale your right leg high. Stay here and hold, or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Use your obliques. Inhale, three-legged, stretch it out. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Aim as high as you can at a push-up if you want. Inhale, three-legged, stretch, lengthen. Now everybody, exhale, knee to your nose, step through softly, low lunge. Rise with your in-breath, crescent lunge. Heart lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, one more chance to fly. So airplane lunge or back foot floats. Beautiful. Back to your crescent as you inhale, soft landing if possible. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, hands come down. Take this nice and slow. Inhale, reach forward, reach up, spin your toes to the right. Exhale, reach back, let your hips move towards the ground. Inhale, lift your hips, reach your right arm up. And as you exhale, back to a low lunge position, root through your front foot, standing splits, breathe in. Exhale, Shiva squat, left knee tucks in, get small, like a tiny little ball balanced on your right foot. Inhale, re-extend, hop if you'd like. Exhale, step your left foot back foot parallel to the back edge, reverse warrior. So rise up, reach back, bend your front knee a lot. Exhale, listen, side angle. So this time, come through center, reach forward, tip it over. We're gonna hold here for about 3 to 5 breaths. You can stay in your side angle, any variation, or if you want, balancing half moon is also an option. Heart is open, hips are open. Breath is moving through. Nice job. If your back foot is lifted, you're in half moon. See if you can lift it just a little higher, powerful and strong. One more round wherever you're at. Everybody meet in a warrior 2 position. So come back slowly, intentionally. From your warrior 2, inhale, reach your arms up, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Exhale, swan dive down, wide-legged forward fold all the way to emptiness, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky, navel to spine. Inhale, halfway lift position, fingertips down, spine long. Exhale, walk your hands forward, rotate toes forward, low lunge. Inhale, 3-legged down dog, right leg to the sky. Now pause, open up your right hip. Bend your right knee, reach it out, reach it up, squeeze your outer right butt cheek. This may be right where you stay. You're perfect here. If you'd like to flip your dog, go for it. Right foot steps down, right arm reaches forward, heart forward. Nice, Sophia. Back muscles hug around your spine. Breathe into your belly. One last round. Nice, Charles. And then everybody come back. Regular downward facing dog. Walk it out for just a moment. Find your breath. You can keep walking it out in your down dog a little bit longer, or next inhalation, rock forward to a high plank. Option to hover your right leg if you'd like. Exhale, chaturanga, slowly lower. Heart lifts, breathe in. Hips lift, breathe out. Here we go, other side. Inhale your left leg high. Hold here or exhale, left knee, right elbow as close as you can come. Inhale, 3-legged. Left to left. Exhale as high as you can get on your left arm. Add a push-up if you want. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale, back up. Everybody knee to your nose. Round your spine. Push the ground away, then step through softly. Crescent lunge. Breathe in and rise. Beautiful. One more time on this side. Option to fly, airplane lunge or full airplane. Back to crescent as you inhale. Heart lifts, gaze lifts. Beautiful, friends. Nice, Christine. Hands to the ground. Exhale. Nice and slow. Inhale, reach forward, reach up, spin your toes to the left. And as you exhale, reach back, let your hips sink down. Inhale, reach up, lift your hips, push the ground away, and exhale back to low lunge. Reach your right leg high, standing splits, breathe in. Exhale, Shiva squat, breathe out, get small, get empty. Inhale, re-extend, take a hop if you want. Exhale, step back, set up your warrior 2 legs and breathe in, reverse warrior. So all the way up, reach back. Nice, Sandra. Exhale this time, side angle. So come through your warrior 2. Reach forward, tip it over. This may be where you stay, or you can move into your own variation of this posture. If you want to move into a balancing half moon, go for it. So back foot floats up, everything stays open. Yes, your back leg is floating, make it strong and powerful. So make all those little muscles in your legs support your leg itself, so it doesn't feel like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds. Feels like it's holding itself up. Breathe, soft face. One more round wherever you're at. Back to warrior 2, soft landing, graceful transition if possible. Nice job. Inhale, reach your arms up, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, empty out. Halfway lift, fingertips on the ground as you breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, low lunge. Inhale, 3-legged down dog. So take your left leg back and up. Now pause here, open up your left hip, bend your knee, reach your knee out, reach your knee up. So feel your left hip stack on top of right. Great place to stay or flip. Left foot comes down, reach forward. Imagine there's a mirror on the front wall and you're trying to look in that mirror, see yourself. Hips up, breathe down into your belly. Beautiful poses, one last round. And then back to down dog. Everyone walk it out. You can walk it out a little bit longer, or next time you breathe in, option to rock forward, high plank, cover your left leg if you want. Exhale, chaturanga, lower down. Heart lifts on an in-breath. And then you choose down dog, or maybe just a child's pose, maybe a hero's pose, kneeling position. Take a moment to feel, to notice. Just slow down. Feel the energy inside of you circulating through. Good job, friends. As you're ready, downward facing dog. All right, take a big inhale into your down dog. And then exhale, just look to the top of your space, step or float, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, let it go, fold in. Root through your feet, take it all the way to stand. High mountain, pause. So arms to the sky, root down through your feet, especially root through your left foot. When you're ready, right knee floats up, standing staff. So find your balance, hug in with your inner thighs, focus your gaze. Awesome, activate your right toes, flex them back towards your shin. Take one more inhale, and then exhale, figure 4. So outer right ankle, top of your left thigh. You can either sit back into a one-legged chair pose, or maybe you take it into a forward fold. Maybe you take it into an arm balance. So wherever you would like to go, working the mobility in your hips, breathing down into your right hip. Keep that activation through your right toes. And if you fall out, awesome. That means you've met an edge. That means you're challenging yourself. That's a good thing. Be with that. Meet yourself there. Come back in. Find your breath. Good. Last couple of rounds. Nice job, you guys. Let's slowly come back to a standing staff position. So right knee lifts. You can even extend your right leg if you want more. Try not to lean back. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, slow motion, low lunge. So fingertips and toes touch down at the same time if possible. Your left foot is forward, your right leg is back. Keep your right hand on the ground, twist, left arm to the sky, revolve lunge. So strong legs, open through the left side of your heart. Imagine you're trying to pull your left hip back, and at the same time, your left knee is magnetized to your right armpit. Take one more round. Use your exhale to twist, twist, twist. End of your exhale, unwind. Step your left foot back. Side plank, right hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot. If you want, your right knee can come to the ground to modify. If your right knee is not on the ground, then really focus on lifting your hips. Maybe reach your left arm forward towards the front wall, lengthen your left thigh. Maybe float your left leg up. If you want to turn it into a wild thing, step your left toes back behind you, rotate your heart to look up. Wherever you are at your fullest expression, one more huge breath. Very nice, friends. End of your exhale, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top, push the ground away. Exhale, lower down. Let's start with just a baby cobra. So from your belly, lift your heart. Don't use your hands to lift, use your back strength. Keep your heart lifted. Float your hands up, reach your hands back. See if you can keep the tops of your feet and your pelvis pressing down. So rather than using your butt to lift, you're using your back muscles. Imagine that pencil, squeeze it in between your shoulder blades. Feel your back muscles hugging your spine. Maybe bend your elbows and imagine they're magnetized. See if you can feel your mid-back muscles engaged. Take one more inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, release. Rest your head to either side. And if you want, you can shimmy your hips for a moment or windshield wiper your shins. In your next about 3 breaths or so, downward facing dog. So however you want to get there, reconnecting to your Ujjayi just a little bit longer. So I know your body's tired. I know your muscles are fatigued, but your breath is powerful, strong. It's brand new every time you inhale. So use it. It's like a second wind. It's like a third wind, fourth wind. Powers you through the rest of your practice from the inside. Great big inhale into your down dog. Look to the top of your space, step or float, forward fold. Halfway lift with an inhalation. Exhale, release, let it go. Root through your feet, rise all the way up. High mountain, pause in your high mountain. Right foot roots this time, left knee lifts, standing staff. So find your balance, hug in with your inner thighs. Flex your left toes, dorsal flexion, so toes back towards your heel. Awesome, you guys. One more inhale. Exhale, figure 4. So one-legged chair, sit back. One-legged forward fold, arm balance. If it's in your practice, you feel like going there, go for it. So your expression, your exploration. Keep that activation through your left toes. You're working the pose, it's like you're trying to cement your outer ankle into the top of your thigh. So actively press them together. Slow, deep breaths. When you fall out, cool, that's awesome. That means you're challenging yourself. Come back in whenever you're ready. Find your breath again. Last couple of rounds. Focused and alert, calm and relaxed all at the same time. Let's slowly come back into a standing staff. Stand your left knee lifts. You might even extend your left leg. Try not to lean back. Take one more inhale, standing staff. Slow motion, low lunge. See if you can get fingertips and toes to touch at the exact same time. And then right foot is at the top of your mat. We'll revolve our lunge. So left hand stays on the ground, right arm to the sky. Open up through the right side of your heart, legs strong. Imagine you're trying to pull your right hip back, but your right knee is magnetized to your left armpit. One more big deep breath. Work your twist as you exhale. End of your exhale, let it go. Plant your hand, step your front foot back, plank pose. Now, side plank, left hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of left foot or left knee comes down to modify. Hips high. So imagine that crescent moon shape with your body. You're doing the same thing here. Right arm forward towards me, lengthen your right side. Maybe even float your right leg up. Keep breathing, soft face. Maybe even step your right toes back. Wild thing if you want it. One last round, your fullest expression. End of your exhale, plank or modified. So find your strength first. Breathe in, push the ground away. Slowly to your belly. Start in your baby cobra, just like we did before. And just like we did before, float your hands up, reach them back. This time, go ahead and float your feet up, reach your toes back. If you would like, stay here. If you want more, options are to either interlace your fingers or bend your knees. Go for your full floor bow. Grab hold of your feet or your ankles and start to kick foot into hands, pull hands back into feet. Everybody hug in with your inner thighs. Lift through your heart. Back muscles squeeze towards your spine. Take one last huge breath. Breathe down into your low belly. Yes, awesome, Kim. End of your exhale, release. Rest your head to either side. Windshield wiper your shins. Breathe into your low back. Your next about 3 rounds. Downward facing dog. So this will be your last down dog. If you would rather take a child's pose, that's totally fine with me, but it might feel really good to just stretch through your legs, lengthen through your spine and your side bodies. If you get back to down dog and you want to move through one last final vinyasa on your own, that's also fine with me. So take just a moment to feel whatever there is to feel, notice whatever there is to notice. If you're in down dog, working into the length you've created, the space you've created. Nice, everybody. Take one last big breath. End of your exhale, tabletop position, hands and knees, and then just come into a seat. So we'll take a seated hip opener today, but of course, if you don't want to take the regular seated option, you can always come onto your back. So option 1, left leg stays straight, outer right ankle to the top of your left thigh. Both feet are flexed. You can sit up tall, or you can work with folding forward. Option 2, left foot on the ground with knee bent, hands behind you. Make sure you're not rounding and collapsing, but you're keeping your heart open, shoulders back and down. You're working your legs closer to your upper body, your heel closer to your butt to go deeper. Final option is double pigeon. So right shin on top of left, stacked. Make sure you guys, it's not your foot on your inner calf. It's your outer ankle to your inner knee. It's totally different. You can either sit up tall. If your knee is higher than your hip, keep sitting up tall. If your knee is level with your hip, you can work into a forward fold. Yeah, and if you want to try a couple different variations, kind of explore what works best for me, please feel free. Soft face, slow breath. So notice, where do you go when you're bored? Where do you go when you're uncomfortable? Where do you go when you don't want to be in your body? And you're not judging yourself for it. You're just noticing, oh, I disappeared again. I started thinking about what I was doing tonight again. I started thinking about my grocery list again. Oh, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back. I'm going to feel my breath over and over. That's all meditation is. You start to separate yourself from your thoughts. You start to watch them. You start to separate yourself from your emotions even. They're not you. They're not who you are. They don't take over you. They just come and visit. They just move through. You get to feel them and experience them, allow them, and then let them go. Watch your breath rising and falling, expanding and contracting. Take about 2 or 3 more rounds, big and spacious. And if you are in a folded variation, end of your next exhale, either roll up or lead with your heart to rise up. And then we'll all just take our legs out in front of us for a moment, give them a little shake out. Also, a couple windshield wipers might feel good side to side. And then when you're ready, left shin on top, whichever variation you want to take. Big deep breaths. Notice, are you clenching your jaw? Are you tightening up through your shoulders? Are you contracting through your heart? Can you stay soft on the outside? Can you keep your breath big and spacious? If you are working with a forward fold, focus on pulling your left butt cheek back as you reach your heart forward. Everybody, about 3 or 4 more breaths on this side. Yeah, open mouth exhales are more than welcome always at any time. Very good, everybody. I'll leave it up to you, essentially. So when you feel pretty even on both sides, just ease your way out, roll up, lead with your heart to rise. And then just like we did before, legs out in front of you, give them a little shake out or maybe a couple rounds of windshield wiper, no rush. And then as you are ready, just find your way down onto your back. Take a few rounds exploring anything that calls to you, maybe a full body stretch, maybe hug your knees in, gentle rock from side to side. And then eventually bridge pose to open up the front of your hips. And one last time to open up the front of your heart, your front body. So your variation of bridge pose, I think everybody in here is familiar with bridge. You can absolutely take a restorative bridge if you want, block under your sacrum. You can absolutely turn it into a full back bend, upward facing bow if that's in your practice. But just take about 5 rounds in this last heart opener. Feel the opening in the front of your hips. Feel the stretch in the front of your thighs. Hug in with your inner thighs, reach your knees and your shins forward, press down through the inner edges of your feet and your heels. Yes, very nice. Thanks, Sophia. And after about 5 breaths in your heart opener, please take your time. Just ease your way out and find a supine twist of your choice. You can go to either side first with your twist, and you can take a moment to transition. So moment to hug your knees in, moment to windshield wiper your knees side to side. After about 5 rounds in your twist, 4 or 5 rounds on one side, transition to the other side. My thought for you as you move towards, excuse me, as you move towards your final Shavasana. This is by Cory Muscara. It's about meditation, and I feel like we all have this idea in our heads that meditation has to be this thing. And it's not necessarily always this big thing. It's just a way of being in our life, a way of being with life, a way of finding our center amidst everything else that is happening around us. So you're meditating as you go through your practice, as you tune into your breath, as you feel your body. That's a moving meditation. He says, do not meditate to find peace. Meditate to meet reality. By meeting reality, you will develop clarity and acceptance. With clarity and acceptance, you will soften the need to run from what is true. You will soften the need to run from yourself. By softening the need to run, you will find stillness. And in stillness, there will be peace. For these last few moments, give yourself this time not to find peace, but to just meet reality. Not to run from what is, but to accept and clearly feel, fully feel what's moving around inside of you. Fully feel yourself, your inner world. And by feeling it, by embracing it, rather than running from it, you'll find stillness. And in that stillness, you will find peace. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Just slowly bringing movement back into your body. If there's any stretches you want to take before transitioning onto your side, feel free to do so. So maybe a full body stretch, maybe hugging your knees in, giving them one last little squeeze. And eventually just fetal position. And give yourself a couple breaths, just resting on your side, letting your practice just really settle and absorb and soak in. And keeping the awareness of your inner world and that inner stillness. Slowly start to find your way up into seated meditation. So right back where we started, right back where we began our practice. And as you move into your seat, just notice how you feel. Notice if anything has shifted, even the tiniest bit since the beginning of our practice, since you sat in your seat at the very start. Notice if your body feels different physically, energetically, emotionally. And bring your hands to your heart, bow your head to your heart, and acknowledge yourself for taking time to show up on your mat, to do your practice. Thank you so, so much for being here and for letting me guide you. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. All right, friends. Thank you. Thanks, Zoomies. Good job.
Bye, honey.
Bye, Mom. Bye, Lisa.